Hey y'all, what's up? Your girl's back at it again. We're back to the nitty gritty. You know how I roll, supporting my favorite artists that I support and I love and I adore and I appreciate their, creativity and their hard work and dedication to the music because I love music. So I will talk about Miss Normani Kordei. We don't need an introduction. We already know who Miss Normani Kordei is. Now, this will be my rant. Alright, Normani Kordei, she's doing her thing. She got a hit record with Khalid. She's been like acknowledged by Beyonce and other people like Nicki Minaj, acknowledging her presence as a solo artist because she's now a solo artist and she's been working on her debut album. And I'm gonna have to keep it 100 because I feel like it's 50-50 when it boils to Normani Kordei and who she is as an artist and who she is as an entertainer. And I think and I believe and I truly believe that Normani Kordei will be the next big thing. It is not just going by just saying, well, she will be the next big thing, because Normani has already proven herself to capitalize off the success of her being in Fifth Harmony. So at the end of the day, I feel like for Normani Kordei to be able to, transition to becoming a solo artist, and she is a solo artist, I feel like homegirl, she'll shake the table. And of course, she got naysayers. She has doubters, of course. People gonna doubt her. But I feel like at this point, there's no excuse to not support her. And here are my reasons why. I think it's time to see new black musician artists to really step up to the forefront, especially the up and coming new ones. And for her, she's still fresh, she's still new. I mean, coming from a girl group, Fifth Harmony, she's already have maintained success. She's already achieved success. She saw success being in Fifth Harmony. And I'm gonna tell you something, I've never been a huge Fifth Harmony fan. I like some of their songs, but ever since I found out Normani was in Fifth Harmony, because I never followed Fifth Harmony like that, but all I saw was, oh, okay, here goes this black girl. She's the only black girl in the girl band. And I was just wondering, I was like, okay, cool. Like, I am here for diverse. I'm here for, like, people come together. It doesn't matter who you are. As long as the chemistry is there, it's there. But it was something about Normani that really struck to me. I said, And then I started looking at, their performances, their live performances throughout the eras and stuff. And I said, this chick right here, I wouldn't be surprised if she'll go solo. And guess what? It happened. And for Normani to possess that quality as an entertainer, and for her to sing and dance, and she puts on a show, and she has shown that with Fifth Harmony. So now all of them have went into their solo careers, and they're doing their thing. And I feel like Normani should not have as much pressure on her. And then here's why. And I'm just going to be honest. I'm just going to keep it real. I understand that she's a solo artist. People, they have their expectations of her doing well in the music business, doing well for herself as a solo artist. And I feel like for her, she shouldn't get that much pressure. But I understand there is pressure, because especially when you transition from going from a band to a solo artist. So we know like the people, the successful artists that have been from a band to a solo artist and they have achieved success. I understand the transition is like a process, but I feel like Normani, she already has qualities of a superstar and as an overall entertainer. And for her to represent black women and young black girls, and for her being a dark-skinned black woman, she's of course gorgeous, she's beautiful. I feel like she's in an uphill battle too, because of the stigma of, representation of black female artists or black male artists, both in both genders, who are dark-skinned musicians. It's like they won't see the success as their counterparts or as like their other peers in the music business. But we have seen like it can happen again. But I feel like at the end of the day, with Normani, she will be able to capitalize off that success and move on into a bigger route into her being a solo artist. So at the end of the day, I feel like for her, she should really, really take advantage of it, and she should really, really, really just do the damn thing. Because I already see it in her. I believe in her, and I am a fan of Normani. I think she's humble. I think she's down to earth. And and I'm gonna tell you something. For all these bird shirt mofos, they're always gonna say this. Oh, she ain't all that. She's the average. Okay, fine. She ain't all that. She's average. But I'm gonna tell you something. She ain't average. She's far from average. I mean, people can say whatever they want to say about her, because I'm not gonna go there, because I don't want to be petty, because I don't want to do that. But I feel like Normani, to me, she will break the mold. She will break the mold. And I'm concerned about how, I just wonder, do people really do support Normani as they say they do? And will they actually go buy this girl's music? I will, because she already got a fan from me. So I'm already her fan. So I have really seen how the other fans, they interacted with each other. They said, okay, this is what we want to hear from her. This is what we expect from her. And I think she will live up to those expectations. And also, she got these haters, of course. But it just goes to show you that you can't underestimate certain people. But she got people underestimating her, because it's like, for her to just go solo and for her to find her lane as a solo artist, and she already got success already with that duet with Khalid, which is a hit. And so I even looked at her other bandmates, like, okay, Camila Cabello, we already know she was one of the ones that, the first one that went solo. But seeing how Camila Cabello, how her success and how she got support, and she got the team and the marketing for her to do well, I expect the same for Normani. And guess what? She does have a solid team, which is a plus. She does have people that believe in her vision, in her craft, in her work ethic. So I'm just saying, for those people, like I said, I'm not putting Camilla or none of her other bandmates. Let's see, Dina, Allie, and so no, I forgot the other girl's name, but I'm not here for that. But I will keep it 100, and I will be honest. The same effort and the same dedication for those who support her other bandmates should be the same for her. And I have seen it. But I see a few flip-flop, fickle people, and I just feel like, okay, for her to get as much pressure, I understand. But at the end of the day, she will find her lane, and she will find something to offer with her music. Because I feel like at this day and age, it's backwards with this music. But I feel like people really don't see talent like her a lot. I even have to address time and time again, okay, look at the other successful, talented artists that we have, and especially with the black musicians, and especially with the black artists. Look at how talented they are, and they should get more support. They should get the support, period. So for her to really like dive into that solo artist and that lane, she is going to have to get as much support. Y'all can't just say y'all support her and not go buy her music, because I really, really do. I really do see a couple of like fickle people out there, because I feel like, as much as like, she's going through like the uphill battle, like with people, like I said, down her and all that, that's fine. They can doubt her all they want to, but her talent speaks for herself. That's why she really, really showed a lot of effort and dedication to who she is as an artist. She was already on Dancing with the Stars. So when Fifth Harmony had like broke up, well, technically they just split. They went their separate ways. I don't like saying broke up, because it's like, ugh, that means they don't want to get it back together no more. But she went on Dancing with the Stars, and she did well. And that showed how much talent and dedication, and how much of who she is as a artist. So what I like the fact that about Normani is like, she got people, they're looking out for her. They're seeing that talent. They're seeing her shine in her own lane. And I like that people like Beyonce have acknowledged her. And Normani even said, yo, Beyonce, she was like, I've always wanted to meet you and say, hey, what's up? So Beyonce is an example of her being in the game and being one of the successful black female artists. And me growing up Beyonce, I'm a Beyonce fan. I love Beyonce. I'm not a crazy ass Beyonce fan, so let's not get twisted. I don't do that stupid shit. But anyway, it's a different story. But it's like, for her to see somebody with experience that been in the game, that knows the business. So for her to see that, it's like, okay, I'm up and coming, so I want to be like that. When I get to a certain point in my career, I want to soar. I want to get to that level. So she has plenty of time. But for her, she's starting out, she's getting her feet wet, and I feel like she's going to do a damn thing. She's going to do the damn thing. She already working with Missy Elliott, and I'm a huge Missy Elliott fan. She already working with, I think, Esther Dean. She working with other people, like writers, producers. So I'm so ready for her to just spread her wings and fly, because I feel like a talent like her can't overlook her. And her music, too. I feel like she'll be able to let people know who she is as an artist, because I read some of her interviews and she was like, yeah, I'm from New Orleans and I'm very inspired by the culture and the people around me. I went through personal experiences, so I want to express that side of me, because when I was in the group with Fifth Harmony, I did get to express a little bit of that side, but since I'm a solo artist, I want to unleash everything. And that's really good for her, because I feel like for those who are not fans of Normani, that's fine. But for you to say, well, she don't have it all, she ain't got an it factor, that's fine. Because I just feel like at this point, people say that with anybody that they may seem to be like, oh, okay, well, he or she ain't got like that talent or that it factor. But see, that's the issue. And I feel like even with Normani, she proved time and time again that she will, like, go into her lane and go all the way. So I support her so much, and I really like that. Every little thing, like people say some stuff like, oh my gosh, she ain't gonna make it. Well, how y'all know she's not gonna make it? How y'all know? But it's all good. But let's get back to the nitty gritty. Yeah, it's and this is a rant, and I just feel like, nah, man, it's time. It's time for these new black R&B artists, these new black artists in general. They need to shine, especially the up and coming ones. And for Normani to be one of the ones people keep mentioning her name and seeing that potential and seeing that star power, she deserves to win. She deserves to shine, and I will support her. She got my support. So it's like, we just gotta do our part. But I feel like it's up to the fans. The fans make up everything on an artist's longevity too, because if you got fans that don't do their part, which unfortunately you have some artists that have been in the game for how many years, and some of their fans will just flip-flop and they don't want to do nothing but complain, but then they wonder why why my artist isn't getting enough recognition, because y'all ain't doing what y'all supposed to freaking do. So y'all need to step y'all game up. But anyway, yeah, every little thing about this girl, people really are rooting for her. They really want her to shine and get her name out there in a good way. And I see her just being one of the best too, because homegirl can dance, homegirl can sing. Now, some people, they have critiqued her dancing sometimes and her vocals. Now, I've seen interviews, I've seen video clips of her, in interviews about, I've seen her, sing songs and, her vocals and stuff, but she has a nice voice. And I like how she has this nice tone, it's mellow. It has some sultry moments, but I feel like for her, she'll get more, into her voice as we get to hear more of her music. And I like that, she's not like a powerhouse vocalist, and that's how I think some people try to write some artists off, because if they're not a powerhouse vocalist, that means they can't sing. That means, they don't have nothing to offer. But no, she can sing and she can dance. She has the overall package. So I see no reason why not. She should not, have some degree of okay, her music can really take by storm. And I'm really excited that, you know, for her debut album, I just want to see her just being Normani Kordei. I just want to see Normani Kordei, and that's all I want to see. So yeah, so that's cool. Yeah, I just listen, all people, and I just want to do this rant because I was just like, you know, I really see something in this girl. I really do, and I believe in her. I really do, and it's really important to see her representing black women and black girls too. And for her being a dark-skinned black woman, it's like, of course, we already know the stigma and everything, but she is humble, she's talented, she's down to earth, and I know that she wants to make an impact in a positive way. So yeah, with that being said, you know, I just think people just need to wake up and see her for who she is and just let her shine. And then for the people that even put so much pressure on this girl, I just think y'all just need to sit back and see what happens. I think when you put so much pressure and your expectations of someone, sometimes it can cause like a rift, like stress and all that. But I'm really like glad that she's taking it all day by day. You know, I like how, you know, she's staying grounded, and she knows, you know, she got people down her and birch her, but I like her positive spirit. I like her energy. She's a ball of fire. She got that spunk and sass. So yeah, I'm here for Miss Normani Kordei. So that's all I gotta say, y'all. Hope y'all enjoy this rant. All the Normani Kordei fan stands, if you see this video, go spread this video around to the rest of the crew. So yeah, so like, comment, subscribe, and click on the link down below. So guys, tell me what you guys think about Normani Kordei. Are you guys excited for new music? Are you guys excited for her to just blossom into that talented superstar solo artist that she's destined to be? And yeah, so we gonna just support our girl, and that's just how it is. So yeah, so stay tuned on the next episode of Get the Sense 92 Dragon Ball Z narrator reference. Peace.